In the heart of Osu Accra lays a wonderfully put together exhibition. One for somebody that has been known as a legend, a model, and one to look up to. His family knows him as Michael Owusu-Addo, but for the rest of Ghana and Africa, and probably the entire world, we know him as Sarkodie. Welcome to the Rapperholic Exhibition 2023. After 10 years in the game, he's put out everything he is, what he is, who he is, and why he is Sarkodie. We are absolutely honored to be at the exhibition to see what Sarkodie is all about. So let's go. What's up? Everything is cool? Now the exhibition is here. I mean, a lot of us are feeling a lot of things, especially for us that are Sarkodie fans. I mean, seeing this, a lot of people are of the view that he took some inspiration from Jay-Z, which is not a bad thing, of course. It is a new thing here in Ghana, and we are absolutely honored to be here, especially from us, those of us from MX24. We see that people have trooped in the past few days. What has been their reactions once they enter? Because when I entered there, I was like, wow, this is amazing. What has their reactions? I mean, you're here through it all. So what were their reactions when they first came in?
I think they weren't really expecting this. I don't know what they were expecting, but this is not what they were expecting. I don't think they expected it to be so artistic. I don't know what they were expecting, but they were definitely not expecting this, because every time they come in, they're very overwhelmed. They're very extremely overwhelmed at the detailing that they see, you know? Yeah, so they don't expect this, and we like that. Yes.
So am I. I'm also like, I'm bewildered. I'm like, this is really good. So can we start our tour now? All right, let's go.
So this room is actually the beginning of Sark. This is Don Success, so he's going to guide you guys through this room. I will just lead you guys to all the rooms and take you around, but Don will start in this room, and when you're finished, we'll go to the next room.
All right, thank you very much. So if you know him on Twitter, I mean, you definitely know who and what his association to Sarkodie is. Don Success, what's up? Shall today they will come your turf top?
Whenever we meet.
Of course, we need to.
I'm so proud of her.
Oh, thank you.
That's good.
We are starting the tour. We definitely got into this room. They said this is the first room. So please take us through what this room is all about. Exactly.
So this room is all about Sarkodie's harmonious journey so far, from the time he was born through to now, which is quite recently him touring or in the whole world for Jams World Tour. So let's go on the board. This is Sarkodie. When Sarkodie was born in 1988. You see a couple of pictures in there with his mom and his dad with family time when he was very young. So there is a little memoir from his dad about his son and how he saw him when he was a teen and realized that he was a rap star. The first time his dad saw him was on TV Africa, and he saw some young guy in the brown shades, and he couldn't believe that was his son. He said, no, that is not my Michael, because that's different. Okay, so that is his lovely sister, Miss Veronica Ado Chewa, who held Sarkodie's hand in the industry. She was the reason why he had a connection with Castro, who gave him his biggest hit, which is Adonai and Onyame Yeshua. He helped him meet industry people like Danko's Entertainment, Kokoveli, etc., etc. So you see a couple of pictures in there from when he was growing, like very young. He's all swaggerish with his bag and his cargo pants. I don't know what that is. So yeah, so that is Sark. I remember from his brother's memoir, he said they snuck out from the house because their mom was very strict. That is him performing at a gathering that his mom didn't know of. So from there, he moved from there and he met his love life in 2006, Miss Tracy, very lovely.
Well, this is interesting because a lot of times people think that Sarkodie met Tracy a few years ago before their marriage, and we're seeing it here that it's 2006.
They've been there since 2006. I will not detail too much because that is their private and love life. From there, Sark moved into 2009, 2010 there. Fodiwa days. If every Sark fan remember, that is when we started hearing Sark saying Fodiwa. And Sarkodie dropped his Mache album. And on that album, we had one of the biggest hits in Ghana for an upcoming artist called Baby featuring Mugis. Baby, the things you do. That is where the album came from. So he announced himself with that album, and with that album, he was able to amass 5 awards at the VGMA Awards. No artist has been able to do that from an upcoming level. New artists, Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, etc. Like Sark was everywhere that year. Then he moved to giving us another album. This time he wants to show us that he is the rapper, like Rapperholic. So he gave us Rapperholic album, and with that album, he was able to chalk a success of winning his first BET award in 2012. Yep, with a song called "You Will Kill Me."
That song is my favorite song. I mean, everybody knows that song is my jam.
That was the song that blew him out into the international level. I don't think he expected that, but he got that with the BET. So let's move on to the next. You see a couple of screenshots, people, and stuff. Then he realized that I've conquered Ghana, I've conquered the UK, the US, the international, but people in Africa don't know much about me. So I need to announce myself in other African countries as well. And through that, Sarkodie compiled an album called Sarkodie album. That is Sarkodie's hit album. Every Sarkodie fan knows this. It has 30 songs on the album. And with this album, he was able to feature artists from Nigeria, South Africa, and like different countries in Africa. And from there, he realized that he chalked like his name in the board of African artists in Africa. So with that, he was able to get one of the most prestigious awards at the MTV for Best Hip Hop Artist in Africa. So that was then around 2014.
All right, but I see there that it says Sarkodie launches the Success Music record label. For those of us, let's assume we don't know, who were the artists that were put on the label in 2014?
So in 2014, Sark didn't really sign a lot of artists, but he was the one pioneering the whole movement for people to be aware that he's not doing it independently and all, but he's looking forward to sign artists. So the main artists that he signed were Aquabo and Strongman right afterwards. But that wasn't the first time Sarkodie was putting artists on. He used to do a lot of cyphers, one called Rap University. It's very old. A lot of Sark fans don't know this thing. He featured Kamikaze, a couple of rappers that you don't have any idea of. So he's been doing that. He's one of the few rappers that does a cypher. He's done like 3 or 4 times to put upcoming artists. So he's been doing that for the longest. But since he launched the Success Music label, he signed 2 artists. So he changed his sound in 2015 because his deceased grandmom wanted his grandson, to do something high life because that's what she loved. What Sark was saying in his rap, she didn't understand. She wanted just at least a couple of songs, but he couldn't. He said he wasn't ready for that. He wasn't like in the mood to do that. He wasn't ready. But in 2015, he was finally ready to compile an album called a High Life album. And he was like, oh, since my grandmom is the inspiration behind this, why don't I name it after her with her picture on the cover art? And that is a classic. That is Sarkodie's.
Wait, is it the album that has that song?
That's Mary. So he changed his sound and did something different, which a lot of people love. This is a lot of people's favorites.
Yeah, I
yes. So at some point, Sarkodie featured Ace Hood for New Guy, which was out there everywhere, and he was featured on top 10 Forbes list for musicians. He's in there with Davido, Wizkid, Black Coffee, etc. Then he moved into the hard part. This is my favorite Sarkodie album of all time, which is Highest Album. That is his lovely and adorable daughter in the TT. Yes. So this album chalked a lot of global success digitally. This album was the reason Sarkodie was in the same chart with the likes of Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, and stuff in the US, in the UK, in Germany, in Italy. She was everywhere with this album. So he moved to another sound, which is Black Love. That is Afrobeats. Sarkodie was able to put together an album like this, Afrobeats, called Black Love album.
What were some of the songs on Black Love?
Can't Let You Go, Broken Hearts. Those songs were on Black Love. Then from there, he moved. Like he appetized us with something very nice, which is Alpha EP. It has like 6 songs on there. And one of the songs in particular was, I know Sarkodie kills every beat, but that was when I realized that he can't kill every beat. That was Vintage Flow. It's a salsa beat. If you have time, yeah, Sarkodie killed it. No, I don't know any rapper that can do that, but...
For the rest of us that haven't heard that, we should probably go listen to it.
Then he moved to another level, which is No Pressure.
This is in 2021.
21. See him in his girls over there. He was doing a photo shoot. This album called No Pressure, a couple of hits on there as well, dope records with Vic Mensa, Kwesi Arthur, etc. Then he moved to Jams, and Jams is his latest album. The biggest song on there is Countryside featuring Black Sherif.
Well, that is up for a debate because personally I loved Cougar and 1 Million Cities.
Let me listen to me. The biggest song on Jams is Countryside. Mm-hmm. The best song on Jams is what's the name? Better Days. My favorite song is Cougar. See, so yes. So these are 3 departments on the album. This is a playlist. It's not an album. It's you can change your favorite in the next moment. At some point, I'm feeling for Countryside. At some point, I'm so sober, I want to listen to myself. I'm listening to Better Days.
Now, it's funny you're mentioning Countryside because I remember when Countryside came out, there was a lot of arguments around it. A lot of people couldn't tell if the song belonged to Sarkodie or it belonged to Black Sherif. Where it got to a point, a lot of people were arguing that, it was because Black Sherif was on it, that was why the song was playing. Other people too were like, it's because Sarkodie was on it. But you coming from the camp of Sarkodie, I don't want to ask of your personal view, but do you think that these arguments help in any way?
I've been on the social scene for 2014, and this has always been the argument that Sarkodie has featured somebody and the person is the reason why the song blew up. It's becoming too gauche and old. Like, if Sark is depending so much on other artists, he will not be here. He released a very recent record and it's everywhere. He's not featured anybody, or he's featured the choir in there. I don't know.
Maybe the choir.
Yes, that is the excuse they make. But that song was recorded quite late. That was the last song on the album, Countryside. Sark had put out the whole artwork that he was dropping an album, and Blacko hit him up. Blacko hit him up and told him that, Sark, this album I need to be on there. And they recorded 3 songs, and Countryside happened to be one. So it's not about Sark trying to prey on other artists to be featured and stuff. So that is the whole journey so far for Sarkodie, the harmonious journey. Yeah.
Wow. Don, thank you so much. I mean, we've moved from when he was born, 1988, right up to this year, as we are currently shooting 2023. Thank you so much. We continue the tour from now. All right, so now we've gone through the first plays. It looks amazing. Don Success is such a good narrator. Now we're moving on to the second one. I see a beautiful lady there. Hi. So who are you? You look beautiful. What's your name?
I'm Mamia Maduma.
Mamia Maduma. So we're in the second room, Nana. Tell us about it. I mean, when we were leaving the first room, the narrator there did say that we're going to see some iconic attires, and I'm already seeing, because when I came in I saw this boot and I was like, I've seen this boot on Sarkodie before. So please enlighten us on everything in this room.
So this room actually represents the Rapperholic concert itself. Do you have any idea how that concert came about?
Not entirely.
Okay, so if we look at this board quickly, so this board actually represents everything that goes into Rapperholic, and a brief history about how Rapperholic came about. So Rapperholic is actually an accident. So when you saw in the first room, he had a first album, Rapperholic. So how the actual Rapperholic concert came about was through a listening party. It was a listening party for that album.
Crazy.
Yes. So Vybz Kartel was actually booked to come to Ghana for a show. Sarkodie had an album launch. Vybz Kartel was arrested. They had to replace somebody for that show, and then voila, it just having Sark to do, and then that's how Rapperholic was birthed.
You know, I feel like some accidents are actually blessings in disguises, because wow.
Yeah, it wasn't actually an accident. It was always meant to be a listening party, just to celebrate his new album. It was a listening party that has now turned into a concert. So if you look at this board, it basically gives you all the process that goes on inside. You have the rehearsals that we do ahead of time, the places that we actually do the concerts. And if you look at the board, can you spot anything special on that board? I'm on that board. So I'm actually his stylist.
I'm seeing you styling with trendy rails. So that is you. When I came in and I saw her outfit, I just knew that this woman is shouting fashion. Look at her up on that board. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Then I can see you've been on this team for God knows How long?
Do you know what? It's been such an honor. 8 years and counting. So
8 years.
yeah, 8 years and counting. It's been amazing.
8 years.
8 years and counting.
Your relationship with Sarkodie has lasted longer than some relationships in Ghana. Wow. This is crazy. Now we're moving away from the board and we're seeing that there are some beautiful outfits here. This one is screaming at you. It made me remember those times when he said Illuminati, Illuminati. Ghanaians, when they see anything, they'll say you are Illuminati. Yes. So please talk to us.
This board basically just represents his fashion journey and also some historical pieces that I personally love. And I love them because a lot of work went into it. So this is one of my favorite pieces. It's actually one of his favorite pieces as well. That's actually real Swarovski crystals, as you can see. Can you see the way it's just? Yeah. Yes. It's real Swarovski.
Turn your head.
Yes. So a lot of work went into this. It was made by hand. So I love working with one particular designer in Ghana called Atutete. So Atutete helps me to bring a lot of these outfits to life. So I'll message Ato and say, Ato, I've got this idea. How can we, collaborate and bring it to life? And then there you have it. So this was actually just a normal denim outfit. You can see the embroidery, all the detailing on there. And then that's how this came about.
And I'm seeing the photo.
Yes. It was such an iconic moment. Because then when
He wore it for the Rapperholic 2018.
when the spotlight was hitting on the eagle, that drove people crazy. That drove the audience crazy. And I loved that. Yeah. This was made in Ghana as well. Yeah, this was made in Ghana as well. Same year as this. So he opened the show with this, and then in the gospel, we changed into that. If you've noticed, the concert, at every section of the concert, we have a different feel. Yeah. That's because the hip hop is very different from the gospel, and is also different from the love scene, and all of it is different. So we kind of have to put him into character for all of it. This was VGMAs. So I wanted to find a very clever way of Sark indirectly representing Ghana, but without being obvious.
I see the threading.
Can you imagine him wearing green trousers, red top? Can you imagine him doing that? He would never do that.
Really?
Never.
Oh.
How many times do you see him in wild colors?
He stays very neutral.
Yeah. So I had to persuade him for this.
Oh, you don't
So
say.
the black actually represents the Black Star. And then you have the red, gold, green on there that represents the Ghana flag.
That is impressive. Your mind is a minefield.
Help me bring this to life
Yeah,
as well.
the style in there,
Exactly. And then we didn't want him too dark on stage, so when the light obviously hits this, it's not too wild because he wanted to be all black. So that's one of my favorite pieces as well. And of course, this is iconic. This is when BET had the brand new category, and he won. So
Everybody was happy at that time. Everybody was excited.
can you imagine a new category? And
At the time, everybody was talking about Ghana. How are we going to go? How are we going to go international? And then boom.
And then if I was to put Sarkodie in any brand, it would be Casablanca. The reason why, if you've noticed, Sark wears a lot of Casablanca because their cut really suits him. And also, we're very careful not to put him in any designer that is very mass produced, because then we have the challenge of somebody wearing the same thing as him, and we can't afford to do that. So Casablanca normally just does one-off pieces. If it's sold out, they don't really bring it back. And then, if you look at the journey, you can tell that there's different silhouettes.
Yes.
So this particular silhouette was quite fun.
How did you convince him to wear this?
Do you know what? He actually wanted to wear this.
Really?
He said, what do you think of this? And I said, if I had brought this, you would have said no. But since you want to wear it, let's go ahead. So this is actually a really nice silhouette on him. It's the first time he ever wore flare. So this is not wide leg, but it's flare, because it was a bit fitted here and then open at the bottom, and the print was quite nice. So from here, we just started introducing him into new silhouettes, and we have updated fashion. So this is actually one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah, I like it. To be honest, I had more favorites. I wanted 3 rooms, but they wouldn't give me 3 rooms.
Classic. I mean, from the other room, we saw a picture of him wearing this outfit.
Yes. And even this is on the board. You can see him on there wearing it.
Yeah, I see.
It's all open and things like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So these are the boots that he actually wore with this outfit.
Black outfit.
And if you compare be able to see the pebbles underneath. We haven't taken them out.
Yes.
Yes.
Crazy. You can actually see it.
Basically, all them, took them off, threw it away. Not threw it away, literally, but he doesn't repeat the Timbs because he has this thing where the way he makes him feel, it doesn't make him feel the same the second time. So once he wears them, we just mind our business and just box them up.
Now I wish I was his size. I would have, taking it. And now we see the cap.
Yes. So I don't need to speak about this. You should know this.
Yeah.
You do, right?
Yeah.
You do.
At the time, everybody was going crazy would want to have a hat like that.
Right, just bring it back. And this is the alpha colored Tim. So if you ever seen him in this, we've argued before he wears this because he doesn't really like the tan that much, but I feel like it complements his skin tone so well.
You do a good job of convincing him, I must say, because he seems like a.
Behind the scenes, because you guys will actually love him. Really? Yeah, I can turn up with a whole suitcase and he just looks at it. I'm not wearing anything. I'm not wearing anything that you've got there sorted out. Hey.
What do you do then?
No, but he tells you it's your job. You sort it out. You have to sort it out.
Whoa.
You have to sort because it's your job. You really have to. And then you have the Supreme gloves up there.
Yeah.
So this is basically this room in a nutshell. It is fashion, Rapperholic history, and for me it's quite sensitive and it's very sentimental to me because this is all my hard work and his hard work and Ghanaian designers' hard work all displayed. So I can't really take the credit for most of them because the designers actually helped me bring it to life, and him wearing it makes it, important for us to be able to display it. So yeah.
This room holds so much memories.
My favorite room.
Because I see you talking, you're getting dewy eyes.
It's been 8 years, Not a lot of stylists have it the way I do, and
You're allowed to cry, Nana. You can cry.
I'm a G. No,
You're a G.
I'm a G. I have to
Hey,
be a G.
so you can't cry.
Yeah, no.
Until they give you one punch. But thank you, Nana. On to the next room. Let's go.
The next room.
Woo!
I love the next room.
I'm already seeing some
You're gonna
Ghana
love
music, awards, seeing some photos. Oh, there's a whole. Oh my God, Nana,
So
take us through.
I think before I even get into this room, maybe you and your team should just walk around and just everything that we've got on the table because once we start, you will not have time to look at stuff. So just have a look.
Whoa.
It's actually, there is your tour guide for this room. Because we have so much media going on today, I'm actually going to swap with her because we're on live. So I'm going to bring Afia in and I'm going to...
Okay. This place is amazing. I mean, we're surrounded by so many awards, giving me a nostalgic. Hi, Afia. How you doing? Hey, staunch success fan. Oh. So now we are in your room now. Nana told us to take a good look around before we even start talking to you, and I am bewild. I am in wow. Please take us through.
Okay, so let's start from here. So here is 2010 when Sarkodie got 5 awards. So you can see Discovery of the Year, Best Rapper of the Year, Hip Life, Hip Hop Artist of the Year, Artist of the Year, and then Album of the Year. That's the Magic album. And so we go to the next award. That's the BET Awards in 2012, Best International Acts of the Year.
Everybody was excited about that.
Was. And in 2014, he had MTV Base Africa Awards. That's the Best Hip Hop Artist of the Year. Yeah, that's in 2014. And 2019, BET Hip Hop Artist of the Year. That's Best International Flow.
Well, I'm seeing 2 BETs.
So yeah, this is Best International Flow, and then this is Best International Act. Yeah, And here we come to our motherland, Ghana. Ghana is the artist of the decade. Yes, yeah, he got it. Yeah. And
We are looking up here. We're seeing so much happening here.
so much. So we've got this from YouTube.
Getting
Yes.
1 million subscribers.
Yeah. And then we have Ghana Music Awards. You can see it's from back to back. It's like, yeah. And then, yeah. And we have from VGMA as well. VGMA as well.
And I see 3 music down
Music
here.
Awards, yeah. 3 Music Awards. And
What is
the
the one up there, the one that looks like a microphone?
first rap act 2040.
Oh, from Afrima.
Yeah, yeah.
And what is that in the plaque there?
Global Citizen Festival.
Oh, I was there at Global Citizen.
So, yeah.
So they gave him a plaque to thank him for it. Amazing. Now, a lot of people are very curious about this. Yes. Please, what is that a gramophone or?
It's a gramophone, but yeah. The pictures are a collection of pictures from then to now, from what's it called, Rapperholic, this is Telma. So in here, some fans came and then they saw themselves here. So yeah, you can also go through and see if you.
But I didn't see myself. Oh.
Well, then sorry, maybe next time.
Hey, this year's Rapperholic, my picture must appear.
Alright, it will. So we have a couple of pictures from, you can see from when he started. Yeah. The one he took with Ludacris.
Is that who I think it is? Is that the reggae legend I think it is? I honestly don't. I cannot tell. But I know that his wife lived in Ghana, or she lives in Ghana. I mean, she's somewhere around Ebri. This man has been with so many legends, and it is amazing to see all of them. Seeing Davido in here.
Yeah, we've got a couple, he and his son, Black Nana, Angel.
These are like really nice photos of his. That is beautiful.
Yeah. So that's our success story. In reality.
It's funny because success literally translates into like the word success, as in like victory, success. Wow, that is amazing. Thank you very much, Ifia. Huh? Okay. I can see. I mean, I'm looking around. I'm seeing so much happening. All right. So, Ceci, you're taking us through what is happening in this room. I see some key. This thing, I'm always very confused. The keyboard. You understand? So, Ceci, please take us through.
Okay, so this room you get to see, this room is dedicated to Sark Nation Global, and Sark Nation Global is the official fan community of Sarkodie. And right here is a letter from Sarkodie to Sark Nation. He wrote this himself, and he said that every Sark fan that comes here, they should read this because this is from his heart, thanking them for being with him from the beginning to now. And this space is his the sense of ownership. This is more like his space where he used to record. So right in this room, you get to see the first set of equipment Sarkodie ever invested in. So yeah, these are the original ones. So right after his performance in London, he decided to make a strategic investment and get this equipment. So Sarkodie, we all know, is somebody who used to walk to the studio, like for studio sessions.
I mean, we've heard the stories.
Right, so it's really true. So he decided to make this investment so he can be able to record at his own convenience. And of this, he was able to record and craft songs like Chingam, Dear Rap, songs of Rapperholic album, which is the reason why we won the Best International Act. So thanks to that investment, he didn't go spending the money on anything. Thanks to that investment, we have all these. So the whole inspiration behind this room is that Sarkodie, who is somebody who keeps talking about invest in yourself, trust the process, don't cheat the process. So the whole inspiration is trying to give us that. Make sure everything you are doing, make sure you invest in yourself, because nobody else is going to invest in you. No one else is going to believe in you, and be consistent to the process, and it's definitely going to pay off one day. And who knows, we'll be doing an exhibition of yourself one day. So this is what he talks about.
This is crazy because you can actually see that the instruments here are old. You can see that they are old. He really kept them.
For someone who didn't have access to all these, it was really something he wanted to keep, and he kept them from the beginning to now. So that should tell you what it meant to him.
Wow, this is an emotional room. This is a very wow. Thank you very much, Ceci. But before we go, let's read the last part. He says, as you walk through, know that your presence in my journey is etched in the very fabric of these four walls. Your cheers, your dance moves, and the countless moments we've shared. This is a celebration of us. Thank you from the depths of my heart. With respect, love, and an eternal connection. Sarkodie. Sarkodie is a legend. Now we're moving on to the next room. This room is very emotional. I'm getting emotional myself, so I'm ready to move into the next room. I don't want to cry on camera. So we're making our way to the next room, which looks very interesting.
It's actually the unreleased tracks. Wow. So they won't be able to hear it, but you can.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, for my ears only. I mean, this is the VIP treatment. Don't.
They want to see it.
They need to. Yeah. Don't play. Don't play. Don't play. If you need to hear it, you need to come here. Don't play, man. Don't play.
Oh wow.
Hello. Hi. So we're told that this room has the unreleased tracks in here.
To his unheard harmonies, so he wants you to listen to it and tell him if he should release it or not. Yeah, so would you want to listen?
I would. Hey, yeah. My media grow. Give it to me.
So we have one with Kofi Kinata, one with Young L, one with Victoni, one with Joey B. Which one would you want to listen to?
Kinata. Yes. Papa me trim. Thank you. Oh. Where are you? Cameraman, sorry, why? Bomenyum. And I meet your unreleased songs, no?
The rationale behind this is that a gospel symphony woven with Kofi Kinata, 5 years past, contemplating its release, a timeless narrative unfolding. Should it dance into the limelight or linger a bit in the shadows of creation? Your thoughts are my compass, so tell me what to do. So he's telling you that when you listen, tell him if he should release it or you should keep holding it. Tell him to release it, okay?
I'm ready. Bomenyum. Me there, I shall say now, let's release. Let's go. I don't know if Sak is watching this. If you can tell him, he needs to release this, because a lot of people will be able to resonate with the lyrics in this song, because many of us have suffered through life. A lot of us have had quite tough childhoods. Even as adults, we've had some troubling times, and I think that a lot of people, is like when he released the song with Castro, wherever he is, may his soul rest in peace, but a lot of people resonated with it. You know, it was like a Thanksgiving song, and this song actually gives me that kind of vibe. So Saka, they beg, please release it. He needs to release it.
This is 5 years ago, so tell him to release the song.
Akwe, yeah, 1 million release you, because
no, sir, please release the song, okay?
Me and Ceci, we say please release the song, please release it. But Ceci, thank you so much. We have one more room to tour, and I'll definitely come back to listen to the rest of the song.
We wanted to show you guys that he's not all about the entertainment. He does more than the rap. So this room, believe it or not, even though the fashion I said was my favorite, this is actually my favorite. Yeah. And Don will take Don.
Father.
You see, because we keep seeing Don. We keep seeing Don, Father. But Father will talk you through everything about this room, and this is actually the Sarkodie Foundation room. Okay? I'm sure it's the first time you're hearing it. Have you heard it before? Sarkodie Foundation?
I may have heard whispers, but I don't know if I believed it.
If you believed it. Oh, then today.
But now I am seeing it.
And then dear,
I am ashamed.
Father will get your information juices flowing. Father.
We're ready for you, Father. Father, what's up? This room there, you have to tell us everything. For those of the people that have been thinking that sack is what, show them.
Sure. So in this room, I mean, it's just to let you know that the Sarkodie brand is not only about music. I mean, he's been doing a lot of donations, a lot of charity work, and back on social, projects and all that. So the Sarkodie Foundation was launched in 2013. Yes, and you can see from the films that he wasn't even rich back then, and he was still giving back to society. So these are some images from the first donation that he did at Royal Seed Orphanage at Kaswa Central Region. And over here, he went to a school at Tema, share books, pencils, everything that students need for education. And over here in 2018, Sarkodie had an accident on Kumasi Agogo stretch where he and Amachi did had a show at Agogo. And on his way to the show, he had this accident. And the same year, we lost our sister Ebony.
Yeah, because I'm reading and I'm seeing on the very stretch where Ebony Rains tragically lost her life.
Yeah, so we lost Ebony when he decided to embark on road safety campaign and also launch this hashtag on Twitter. Because you feel that there are few accidents or there are some accidents that we can actually prevent if our roads are fixed, if we have double road, especially on Kumasi or any major road that we have in Ghana here. So he's been doing a lot, and here, this image here, the same campaign, it was launched at Kimpiski Hotel, where Stoneboy, Samini, Kim Promise, all of them, Mark Brown, all of them were there to support. And here is a pic from the just entered the system. So after the work, we had a Sakathon, that's a gala. So the first team won 5,000 Ghana.
Is it the one that his team lost?
His team was second. So Angela's team was the first. They won 5,000, and then Sark won was 3,000 Ghana cedis. And over here is a guy that Sarkodie has been taking care of since, he had an accident and Sarkodie has been taking care of. So this particular image is from the last entered the system. The guy said, no, you have been doing a lot for me. I have to be here for the work, and then the guy came around. And this image here too is the first edition of this system. So after the work and everything, we shared food to the people that came around. That was
when did this system or the festival, when did it actually start?
2019.
2019.
It was supposed to be an annual thing, but because of the COVID, we couldn't continue. So we resumed it this year, and I'm sure next year we will do another one again. He has some few stuff that he's been doing. He's been doing a lot. He's been paying school fees and all that. He's that guy who thinks that I don't need to put camera on everything that I do for humanity.
Yeah, he looks like that type of person.
He's not that type that, no, I have done this for you, so I need the camera to be on it. No. Yeah. But because it's an exhibition and people don't know this side of him, that's why, yes, it feels right to be, put everything here. And we're able to fix more of them here. So over here is something that the public knows very much because it was news on Twitter that this guy needed some amount of dollars to fix surgery, and he came out and no, I have to do everything by myself. You understand? To make sure, pay for everything, making sure the guy gets back to his feet. But unfortunately, after everything, the guy still passed on. But he's still doing a lot. Yes, about the accident. He's been paying hospital bills for some kids. He's been doing a lot. Just like I've taken you through. He's been doing a lot that we were not able to capture them all here. This year we were embarking on high school tours where he speaks to the students, give them some donations and also perform to them. We went to Yasantua girls, we went to Bray girls, and I'm sure next year.
We saw the videos.
Good, so next year we will continue. So just to let the public know that yes, Sarkodie is a good man. Don't just follow social media talks. He's been doing a lot. There are people who actually depends on him. That they are not here to give you testimony that Sark has done this, Sark has done that, but he's been doing a lot. And if you don't know, I think you should be at the exhibition. It's free, so you should come and experience, come and know all this about Sarkodie. Yes.
Thank you so much, Father. I really appreciate it. Truly, Sarkodie is not just an entertainer. He's a father, a spirited angel, a caregiver, and one who has a lot of people at heart. We're here at the Rapperholic Exhibition, and I mean, it starts off pretty amazing. You're laughing, but by the end, you get to understand the true meaning of the man called Sarkodie. And like Father said, it is free. It's absolutely free. So if you can, just waltz in, let them take you through, and then you get to learn everything about the legend that Ghana and Africa has come to love. After going through the entire exhibition, it feels right to speak to the staunch supporters of the legend that we have all come to know as Sarkodie, also known as Michael Owusu-Addo. With me here, we've got one hard Sarkodie fan. And I said,
oh,
so this exhibition, we're just going to act as if we don't know what is happening here. I mean, of course, we've gone through it, but you guys were here from day one. How was it like on the first day of the opening?
Not just the first day. Its planning hasn't been easy because looking at it's an Eagle plug who is mainly doing it for not mainly for Sarkodie. So it's an Eagle plug initiative which is celebrating Sarkodie for the past decade. And this year, Rapperholic, which is the event being the rebirth, this is more to Christianize and bring new development as to where the brand is going. So this was just an Eagle plug initiative, and it hasn't been easy. I'm very tired, and even my bosses are so tired that you can look at my boss face and you can just say, she's tired. So I think it hasn't been easy, but it's worth it.
For how long is the exhibition for?
So it started Saturday rather, but Saturday was mainly private viewing, so some selected few, and Sunday was mainly for, let's say, first class citizens like Kwame Despite and his executive. And so Saturday the IGP came around, Hammer came around. So let's say it started Sunday properly. So Sunday was the dinner, Monday normal exhibition for the students. Today artists will be passing through and you guys and continue. So tomorrow we'll be having Akwaboah Can Promise and Sarkodie himself. Whilst the next day is also an open event where anyone can pass through. And the last day, which is Saturday, is Sarkodie and Efia. So the main closing day is Saturday. So yes, please.
That is amazing. But I wanted to ask this. Seeing as most of the modern things here are from, say, this is Tema Festival 2023, does it look like years from now, or like let's say from the closest thing will be the Rapperholic concert? Will things from there be added onto here, or you think?
Mainly to be added, but not in a documentary format or not in an exhibition format. I believe as we go, any win will update his docs whilst we go. So in case we'll be doing a new exhibition or something different, we'll then add it up. So we will not be doing a lot of research, since whilst we are going, we just do the add-ups. So I think.
Thank you so much, Kwabena. And now we've got one staunch supporter of Sarkodie. Now, if you're on Twitter, you'd see that mostly he's retweeting Sarkodie stuff, especially now that his new song Otang is out. This young man has been retweeting and quoting, and you go to his wall, that is all you see there. Hitman Easy, what's up?
Hi.
Now, by chance, we saw you here at the exhibition. What are you doing here?
Well, I had to run away from work so I can, come and experience this wonderful gift that we have received from Sarkodie and his team. This is amazing. This is actually amazing. This is the first time I've seen any musician go to that length to give us this gift. We can, one by one, we are reading everything about him. And
you went through all of the rooms, right?
Everywhere.
And they gave all the explanations as to everything that is happening in the room. Among the iconic outfits that they talked about, I mean, there was the black one with the eagle behind, the white one, the leather jacket. Which one was your favorite?
My favorite is the white one.
The white one. You seem to like white a lot.
I actually love black, but that particular white with the design is actually very eye-catchy, yeah.
Eye-catchy.
Yeah.
I see. So what would you do if, as we're talking to you right now, Sarkodie comes up here?
I think I'll stop breathing for like 10 seconds, then I'll come to my senses, and that's when he goes away. I can't take a picture.
Is that what happened to you at the Aquaba listening?
I'm telling you, I froze. I couldn't. Like, I just froze. I couldn't take a picture with him.
But we also saw that on Twitter you tweeted that you had bought them tickets to Rapperholic concert.
Yes, I think I was actually the first, so I had to do it because I never miss his shows, never. Because back in the days when I missed it, I wasn't around. But now I make sure every year I attend it. Anything Sark does, I have to attend.
If you had one thing to say to Sarkodie, what would it be?
Please release the songs. Please release them. We are hungry.
Indeed, Sarkodie released the song. Thank you so much, Easy. What's it? Awa, you this guy. We're actually fortunate enough to bump into Papi Kojo. Papi, what's the name?
What's your name?
Musumohuye. Aye. Oh, I say me that I don't want to talk too much. Papi, it's the first question. Describe Sarkodie in one word.
One word, pair. Hard. Yeah. Hard, guys.
All right, nice. Now, Papi, a lot of people are of the view that this was wrong timing to have this exhibition. A lot of people believe that he probably should have waited to celebrate like 20 years in the industry before he does a thing like that.
No. Sarkodie deserves this now. I'm the biggest Sarkodie fan.
Really?
I'm the biggest Sarkodie fan. And he knows that. You know, he knows that. Like, I feel like put music aside. Like, as a man himself, what he has done as a man. You know, the relationship that he has with his wife. Since they started, you know, when things weren't that great, they were together, you know, things became better, they got married, they have children. I feel like that is just something that is really inspiring, you know, and it's something that young people can really look up to, you know. So aside the music as a man, I feel like Sarkodie is like the guy, you know. Yeah.
So you're talking about relationships. Papi, where's yours?
That's what I'm saying, you know. He was fortunate to get someone like Tracy. We were only left with 4 months later, and he pregnant with somebody else.
Hey, Papi, it's
sad.
But that is nice. I also wanted to ask. I mean, a lot of people on Twitter, because that's where most of us are on. When you dropped your new song and this whole Sarkodie thing came about, today, even in the office, a lot of people were talking about, would there ever be a Papi Sark collab?
I don't know. I don't know. Ask Sark. I don't know. Or channel. Or channel. Yeah, I had, but no. They once. I
Oh, thank you so much, Papi. I can see that you're in the last room for the exhibition, so please enjoy your time. I can tell you, it is amazing down here.
Thank you.
So enjoy yourself.
Thank you very much.
Aye. We got my main man, Papi. Yeah. Today we are meeting so many amazing people here at the exhibition, the Rapperholic Exhibition. But my man, what's up here?
I'm good. So I came to learn a bit about Sark.
Oh. And so far, what have you learned?
So I've seen his growth from when he was, when they gave birth to him, to what he's achieved now. And I feel like Sark is like a legend. He's been around since I was a kid. So for me to come here and to see the processes, what he's gone through to become who he is now, I feel like this is a privilege for even up and coming artists to come and learn. Yes.
That's amazing. And do you think that this is a great initiative?
I feel like this is a great initiative, and you know, governmental organizations and NGOs who want to be in the creative art should support some of these artists, because Sark alone is a book on its own. Someone that we can study, looking at where he came from, what he's achieved, and who he is now. I feel like he's on top. That everybody has to learn the Sark game. Yeah.
That's true. Thank you so much, Pev. Charlie, enjoy your night. Truly, Sarkodie has shown that he's not just a musician, but a model, a legend, and somebody that you could inspire or aspire to be. After going through all of the rooms at the Rapperholic Exhibition 2023, we can all successfully say that he is one worth celebrating. 10 years in the game, he has shown that indeed he is Sarkodie, or Kodie with the highest flying wings. My name is Yavita, and this has been the Rapperholic Exhibition 2023.